Behind the Bands, the show where we give you a closer look at bands in and around the Joplin area. I'm your host, Jordan Henderson. 6 years ago as indie rock and is back together with a blend of indie, jazz, funk, and pop rock. They're called Almost Moose. Dahlia Neal on vocals and guitar, Logan Williams on bass and backup vocals, and Izzy Perkins on the drums. We'll meet the trio shortly, but let's get the show started with music. Here's Almost Moose with The Round.
Everybody's moving out of town. 'Cause everybody's moving around. Everybody's lying, gonna get away. 'Cause everybody's lying.
Almost Moose with Around. So I hear you guys been recording in the studio, working on, well, not one, but 2 albums. Can you tell us why you're working on 2 and not just one?
Well, we've had like a little bit of material saved up, honestly, over like the past 6 years since we got back together. We started out in high school and wrote a lot of songs then, and then COVID kind of hit. You know, we put some of that on hold, and we want to get all of it out so people can hear, you know, the new stuff we've been working on and the stuff we wrote all that time ago.
And with all that new stuff and your stuff and your older stuff, where is Around going to be? They're going to be on which album do you
That'll
have an
be on the
idea?
first one. Actually, it's already out.
Okay.
So it's out on all streaming platforms. Yeah, you can go listen to Around.
So when you guys were making Around, you guys were writing it and coming up with the song, what was going on in your life? Because you guys were teens, you guys were in high school, you guys were first starting out. So what was going on? What made you want to write this song?
I write most of the songs from a compositional lyricist point of view. At the time, I mean, Around, especially when you listen to it, it's really just about, like, you know, how everybody moves out of town, and not just about, like, the stereotype of, like, everybody moves around and moves out of town, all your friends move here and there, but also just, like, the exhaustion from, like, constantly having to do something, you know. As a teenager, especially, I was a teenager when I wrote it, like, you know, you gotta get a car, you gotta get a job, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and you just get tired of moving around.
Now, you know, we talked about, you know, you first came out as indie rock, and you guys have started, then you broke up, and you're back together. What caused that, and why now you decided to come back together?
I would say that, like, the biggest reason for us breaking up was, like, it was right around the time of COVID, so we were all in lockdown and stuff like that, and then we eventually just, like, moved out, went to college, and so just this past, like, February, we decided, oh, let's try this again.
How has your music taste and style changed since then?
I'd say it's gone more into like a jazzier sort of direction. Definitely some pop influence. You know, we're just trying to get a little bit different of a sound than sort of what we were doing before, which was pretty straight on like indie rock. So yeah, that's what I would say. It's got a little bit funkier.
All right. You come back, you get older, you add a little more funk to it. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. I love that. So now the next song that we have coming up is one of your newer songs, and it's called New Job. Can you tell us about that one and just what that one means a little bit?
So New Job is that's one of our newer songs. Yeah, I wrote it when I was falling in love with my current partner, and it's literally about needing a new job. The partner, like being in love, and the relationship being the job. And I had just gotten out of like a pretty toxic relationship, and then quicker than I wanted to get into this relationship. So I was like, I got to get myself a new job. You know, in the same way that, like, you leave an employer that you hate and you're like, I gotta get myself a new job. So that's what the song is ultimately about.
Thank you. That's great. Oh, that's awesome. So here is the Almost Moose with their song New Job.
I can make it on my own, yeah. No, I can make it on my own, yeah. I got a new job and she's strong, yeah. You know she's stringing me along, yeah. She's so committed, we belong, yeah.
Welcome back to Behind the Bands. That was a new song by Almost Moose, New Job. What has been some of the influences that have prompted you to add that jazz or that funk feel into your songs?
Logan, what do you want to start with? Name a couple.
I mean, there's all sorts of influences that we've been listening to like the last couple of years. I think a lot of jazz, like Herbie Hancock, Charles. I mean, these are pretty heavy jazz, but like we're, all sorts of jazz fusion like that.
James Brown has
yeah.
been a huge influence.
Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, Sly and the Family Stone.
There's pretty. I don't know. Izzy, you got anything?
No.
Yeah.
So, and like you guys have mentioned recording, you've been in a recording studio. What do you like about performing live?
I'm much more privy to performing live than being in the studio.
Yeah.
Being in the studio is like being in a cage. Like I'm not really expressing any. There's none of that live energy. What I love about playing live is like
play off
that
the
energy,
crowd.
and you play off the crowd, and you call it how you see it, and there's flexibility and all that nonsense. Getting in the studio for us is much more just like, we're in there to do work. We don't really write anything in the studio because time is money. We're in there to do one specific job as fast, efficiently, and clean as possible and get out.
Yeah, of course. How have fans played a role in that return? Did they ask for it? Did you go out and seek them? Or like now that you played, did they just show like, oh my gosh, we finally can't wait to see you guys?
I would say, firstly and foremostly, fans were the biggest reason we got back together and then put out the first album, is because even after we broke up for 3.5 years, people kept dogging, me or any of us, like, oh, can I listen to the old tapes?
Yeah.
Can I do this? Like, when are you guys going to get back together? Et cetera, et cetera. And that's what kind of like inspired us to get back together and then release the first album of songs.
Yeah. We definitely had some people badgering us, like when are you guys gonna start playing again? So we're glad we could do that for them.
Yeah. And now that we're doing it, we have music out. They've been so supportive. We're so thankful for everybody who's been with us on the journey and supported us and helped inspire us to keep doing this nonsense.
just giving them what they want, basically. Now you guys said you wanted to record those earlier songs after playing them live. You talk about the feedback that you got from your fans. Just what was it like getting that feedback? They're like, hey, we want to see you guys play. We want to hear that. We want to hear you guys. We want to hear these songs. What was it like for you guys to hear that?
I don't know. You want to go?
It's been great. Like we definitely didn't expect the type of support that we've been getting. One of our biggest, that I've heard, that people come up to me all the time. They're like, I wasn't expecting that, but that was one of the best shows I have ever seen. And they just don't expect the type of sound that comes from it. And I think that feels really good to give them something new.
It's very encouraging.
It is.
Okay, so as you keep moving along, we're talking about another song, Please You. Can you tell us about what Please You is and what was the inspiration for that one?
Please You is, again, inspired by love, kind of. It's more inspired by toxic relationships. It's ultimately about trying to please someone that can never be pleased. Mm-hmm. So no matter what you're gonna do, you're never gonna satisfy them, and they're always just gonna be a tease. And it's about just the frustration and process of dealing with that.
I think that's very relatable. I think we all go through that. I think we all had an instance with that, And to our audience, please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here with Behind the Bands with Almost Moose. But here is Please You.
damn, you got me on my knees. Now all I do is try to please ya, you sexy little freaking thing. And I'd explain what I meant, but you know what I mean. So let's go around in circles while you hoist my guillotine. Hoist my guillotine. And girl, you've been in my dreams, and all I do is try to please ya. You know I don't mean a thing, but you know I don't mean a thing. You don't mean a thing. Baby, you're a tease. Your love don't mean a thing. Your love don't mean a. Every day's a different lie. I ain't enough to satisfy ya. Kept saying that you want more. Now I'm thinking that you're bored. And I saw you just last night. I tried being so polite, but your love is just a memory. So won't you just hoist my guillotine? Hoist my guillotine. Girl, you've been in my dreams, and all I do is try to please ya. I know I don't mean a thing, but you know I don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. Baby, you're a tease. Your love don't mean a tell me now. Girl, you've been in my dreams, and all I do is try to please ya. You know I don't mean a thing, but you know I don't mean a thing. It don't mean a thing. Baby, you're a tease. Your love don't mean a thing. Your love don't mean a thing.
That was Almost Smooth with Please You, and we're back here with them, regular group in the studio. So you talked about you're the writer for the most part. So who's the lyricist, or is it like a group effort when you guys sing together, or what is it?
They do most of the writing.
Yeah, I do most of the writing, not just the music, but the lyrics. As far as the music goes, these two, I let them do basically whatever they want with their parts because I trust them, more than I trust, God or my mother. But the lyrics, I like with the music, I'm like open to any and all suggestions, but we are a democratic band, so it has to be a democratic vote. But for the most part, I write all of the basis, and then it gets modified here and there. Just based on, different people throwing out good ideas. So it is a collaborative effort, but the bulk of it is me sitting in a bedroom and hating my life for hours at a time.
That's very understandable. Now, you guys said, the pandemic probably the biggest reason why you broke up the first time. Now that you're back playing together again, what's the biggest goal you want to achieve from this? Where's the end goal you guys want from this?
I don't know.
I think every musician's end goal is to just like make
Yeah.
money to live, and that's my end goal is to just make enough money to not have a day job anymore. But I haven't really thought about this specific project's long-term future, other than it's something I know we all want to keep doing for the foreseeable future. I think it's one goal at a time, and our next goal is to get this second album out and get through the next tour, which is much fun as and awesome as it's going to be. It is also a lot of work and labor of love and blood, sweat, and tears. So I think right now we're just focused on getting through that and getting out and supporting and recording that second album, and then we'll kind of see where we're at from there and figure out what the road's going to be. But
Okay. Okay, so now I like to continue on to something. You said you had a day job. How do you guys balance and handle trying to become artists, trying to get your big break with those day jobs, and planning a tour and planning and writing music like you said? How do you guys handle that? How do you guys balance those things out?
Yeah, see, I go to school full time as well. So yeah, it is tricky sometimes, combating like the time requirements it takes to play like 2 or 3 shows a weekend. But you just gotta find the time to do it, and then for the job, you just gotta let your employers know. It can be really tricky though sometimes, so you gotta just stick to it. Be able to do both. It's a lot of time management, honestly. So.
yeah, it is a lot of time management. I work as a preschool teacher, and I have another job, and then I do all the booking for this and this and that and the other thing. And so yeah, it really does boil down to like time management, and letting your employers know way ahead of time, and just drinking lots of Red Bull and being on top of your crap.
Yeah. Just to grind. That's what just to grind.
Yes, just to grind. You just got to
set.
keep the hustle going.
So now you've already said you have one album out. What's the plan for the next one, and where can people hear both of those albums?
So the second album should be out on Valentine's Day. We released the first album on Halloween, so we're going to keep the holiday drops coming. We're hoping to have a single out soon, but I'm not going to really spill any secrets on it yet. That first album and then the second album, you should be able to listen to it anywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. I think the only thing we're not on is Bandcamp. Okay. You can also find us on YouTube. We've got our own YouTube channel and then a Dog Cop session. Dog Cop is a famous studio in town that does sessions with bands. And then obviously you'll be able to find us on your guys' YouTube page. So follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We're pretty much anywhere, anything is anywhere except for Bandcamp and Spotify. So.
All right. Well, that about just wrap things up. We're gonna have one more song with you guys called "Girls When They're Alone." Can you just tell us about that one real quick before we get to it and leave?
Yeah, Girls When They're Alone is the leading single off the second record, and all I'm gonna say is that it's about the endearing and unending mystery of what girls do when they're alone. We may never know.
You may never know. They never know. I love it. Thanks you guys for being here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules for being here. Keep going. Congratulations. Good luck on all future success. That's this edition of Behind the Bends. To our guests, Almost Moose. You can hear them anywhere on any platform. I'm Jordan Henderson. As we say, good night. Here's Almost Moose with Girls When They're Alone.
I want you